Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Drop. And if you have been looking for a Kobe alternative, and this is the video for you, right? So I'm talking about the drop-in Kobes, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about like the Kobe 5, Kobe 6, Kobe 1 Pro Tro, I guess. So like, for example, the Kobe 8. The Kobe 8 had a drop-in midsole and a lot of people love the Kobe 8s. In my personal opinion, is one of the best performing Kobes in his entire shoe line, right? But also all the drop-in Kobes, just in my personal opinion, right? And then of course we got the Kobe 9s, right? The elite highs, and also the EMs. And these also had a drop-in midsole, and also all of these shoes have amazing traction. And then we had the Kobe 11, right? I wasn't a huge fan of the Kobe 11 Elite, so I don't really have that many pairs. I don't like the cushion. The cushion was terrible, especially in the forefoot. It was really bad for me because like it's very thin with a Lunarlon drop-in, and when you land on your forefoot, it would just destroy my feet. But the EM version actually is like a regular. It's very similar to the Kobe 9 drop-in, so I do like this shoe better, and traction is amazing. Also, another good thing about Kobe's is that it's super duper lightweight. All right, so let's weigh the Kobe's, right? So the Kobe 8 is the lightest basketball shoe that I've ever weighed, and I've tried a lot of basketball shoes, you know what I mean? So especially for a signature shoe, right? You know what I mean? Just because budget shoes, like cheaper shoes, they lack text, they tend to be lighter. Signature shoes, they usually have more text, so they usually are a little bit heavier, right? So usually, right? But the Kobe 8 is 8.45 ounces, guys. Crazy light. For example, you know, 12.5 ounces is the average weight of my shoes, right? So 8.4 ounce, basically 8.5 ounces, super duper light. Also the Kobe 11 is like 10 ounces probably. Yeah, 10.3 ounces. And then the Kobe 9 is 11.25 ounces. Obviously the Kobe 9 Elite High is gonna be like pretty heavy, right? I'm like heavier than the other shoes. 12.6 ounces. With all of this, it's still just average weight, which is kind of crazy, you know? So yeah, if you want a shoe like a Kobe in this day and age, I would suggest, right? I would suggest getting, of course, the 808-2, right? So if you don't want to break the bank, this shoe is 120 bucks, which is pretty damn cheap, right? So traction, how does it perform comparing it to the other Kobes? It's freaking amazing. The traction has really good grip, you know, amazing stops on a clean court. It has a very loud high-pitched squeak. Actually the Kobe 8 doesn't squeak that much. The Kobe 9 squeaks like crazy, and so does the Kobe 11. But anyways, the 808-2, amazing traction, right? Also, it has a drop-in midsole, and I would say the drop-in midsole is thicker, right? It's a little bit thicker than the Lunarlon drop-ins. I feel like Kobe really liked court feel, but I feel like it's a little too thin, you know what I mean? Just because, first of all, Lunarlon drop-ins, let's take this out, right? Lunarlon drop-ins, these bottom out like crazy, right? They bottom out very easily, and also coupling that with it being so damn thin, right? It hurts when you land, especially after like a month of playing in it, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't like the drop-in midsoles, you know? That's why I usually put in like the folding zoom setup in all my Kobes. But here in the 808-2, the 808-2 drop-in midsole does feel a good amount thicker, right? Here in the heel and also in the forefoot, it's full-length cloud, and it seems more resilient, right? It seems more resilient. It doesn't hurt my feet really at all. It hasn't really bottomed out either. So the cushioning setup is, I would say, is better, right? The materials, it's just like a mesh material, pretty similar to like the Kobe 11, right? You guys see. And also a lot of the Kobes, besides the Kobe 8, but the Kobe 9, right, with all this plastic, is pretty clunky. And also here with the Kobe 11s, it's pretty clunky. Same thing with the 808-2s, right? You have all this rubber, so it's pretty clunky. But as far as the weight goes, it's not as light as the Kobes, right? It's still like not super heavy, right? But let's see the weight. Yeah, 13.35 ounces, so it definitely is heavier than the Kobes, but other than that, it does perform pretty damn similarly. It has very good support as well. So the 808-2 is a very good alternative to all of these Kobes, and yeah, a lot of people love playing in Kobes, you know, especially the Kobe 9s, the Kobe 11s. So if you want to be, you know, if you want that nostalgic feeling, that Kobe feeling, then this is a great option. But if you want a little bit more cushion, I would suggest getting the 808-2 Ultra V2, right? I like the V2 a little bit better than the regular 808-2 Ultra, but anyways, so the cushion is of course, better, right? So it has a full-length boom cushion. Boom cushion is super duper soft. It looks very similar to Boost, as you guys can see. And pretty much your foot is right on top of it, right? It feels a little bit thicker than Lunarlon, just a tiny bit, especially in the heel too. But the thing is, I would actually say the Cloud cushion is a little bit better for impact protection, just because this boom is super duper soft, right? So if I was doing hard impacts, I could feel my foot and my heel kind of like dig into the foam and bottom out the cushion a little bit. If you want better impact protection, I would say this is a little bit better. But if you want better like step and comfort, right, just because this boom is a little bit softer, then this is still pretty damn nice. And also, like, has all the good stuff, you know, traction is freaking amazing, support's great, and also you have this little thing. You have this like strap going on. It kind of reminds me of like an ankle strap a little bit, but it improves lockdown like crazy, right? So once you tighten this over your ankle, your foot's locked into the shoe and it feels really, really good. Also, you have some really nice touches. You got the carbon fibre, right? This is also called dynamic shell. So yeah, although it is a little bit more expensive, the 808 Ultra V2 is a very good option, you know, very good alternative to maybe even like the Kobe 9 Elite, you know, like the Kobe highs, right? And also look at this shoe. This colorway looks so good, and also the overall silhouette looks so good. The colorways are really good too. But last but not least, we have the Serious Player Only Player 1, right? So this shoe is really, really nice. I've actually been playing in this shoe as my like beater shoe, you know what I mean? And it's, well, not this shoe, I have another colorway. It's like the sea salt colorway, but the traction also is freaking amazing. And this shoe is heavily inspired by the Kobe 8 and also the Kobe 11. It's like you know, these two had a baby and out came the Player 1. You know what I mean? But yeah, the traction is phenomenal, right? Also, we have a very nice touch of the carbon fibre midfoot chain plate, right? And then the material is actually pretty damn thin too, right? And like, look at this here in the heel as well, just like in the Kobe 11s, right? But yeah, it feels super duper similar. And also the foam is actually a lot better, right? So I would say it's better than the 808 and also the 808 Ultra, just because it doesn't bottom out as much. And it's also thicker, right? Especially here in the heel and also in the forefoot. But also you have these little targeted sections, right, for better impact protection. And it feels better, you know, impact protection. Like, my foot doesn't hurt as much, but also you do have that resiliency, you know, it lasts a little bit longer than Lunarlon as well. So here's kind of like my beater pair right here, right? It's pretty damn dirty. I wear it all the time. But if you want, right, one thing that you could never do, especially in Kobe's, is get a new cushion, right? Get a new midsole, just because, like I said, this Lunarlon, you know, bottoms out very quickly. So you could never pay to get better cushion and also get more life out of the shoe, you know what I mean? But you can in the Player 1s, right? So Serious Player Only, they're making their own drop-in midsoles, and this is actually a better drop-in midsole than the regular one that you can get, right? So you have this right here, right? So it's just a plastic piece. It gives you better like springiness and stuff like that. It gives you better support, and also this foam is a little bit more soft, right? So it's also a little bit thicker. Step and comfort is better. Impact protection is also better. So yeah, you can replace, you know, the cushion, which is also really nice. I love that about the Player 1s. So it is a little bit expensive, right? It is 160 bucks for the shoe and an extra 30 bucks for the cushion. But if you don't mind that and you want a very nice performing shoe that performs very similarly to like the Kobe 11s and stuff like that, then definitely go ahead and check this shoe out, right? As far as the weight goes, let's check the weight of the Player 1. It's probably around average, right? So 12.45 ounces, that is average weight. So yeah, I guess one thing that these companies aren't doing as well as the Kobe's is the weight, but it's not that big of a deal, just because average weight is fine with me, you know what I mean? As long as it's a responsive shoe and it has better cushion, you know what I mean? So I can't really complain about that, you know what I mean? And that's probably where Nike shed off a lot of the weight from the foam. But let's check the weight with the actual drop-in midsole that you can buy, right? So this weight, the 12.45 ounces that I just did, was with like just the regular shoe. This shoe is the one with the replaceable midsole, right? So let's check. Oh, it's actually lighter? What the? 11.8 ounces? That's interesting, right? So maybe they're using a different foam. So I guess that's better, right? But anyways, hope this video helped you guys out, just because I've been playing in these shoes a lot, right? For some reason, I've been playing in this shoe a lot, right? And then also the 808 2s. The 808.2s I've been playing a lot as well. So yeah, a lot of people ask me, right? And if you do like KOBES, you know, or I guess like the KOBES that have the drop midsoles like the Kobe 9, Kobe 8, Kobe 11, then these are great alternatives, right? But anyways, if you guys do want to copy any of these shoes, I try to leave the affiliate link in the description box. But that about wraps it up. Hope this video helped you guys out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.